Hey everybody, have you ever found the Next.js development mode and the production mode, the distinction between the two modes? Today I'm going to show you one of them, one of the differences between the dev mode and the production mode. Let's get started. First, on my left-hand side, there's a dev mode, and the right-hand side is a production mode. Let's get started. So first I'm going to start my dev server and restart my dev server. And I'm creating a job recruitment website, and you can see the result. Here you just reload the landing page because the demo need compilation, so it's a little bit slow. And here's the landing page and my home page, and there are some features there. You can browse your job, add your job, modify your job, and so on and so forth. And here is a job list, the browse your jobs. So all of the job will be shown here. There are six of them fetched from the the JSON file or from the database. So there's a filter bar. You can use it for filter out some specific jobs. You just type in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles, there's two of them shown here. And you just click on the read more to see the detail of this job. And here's some detail, including a job description, title, and employer info and contact. And just click on the delete the job if you were an employer. You can delete the job, and you can see that the deletion has been successfully fulfilled, or this job will be deleted successfully. And you can see that the job page will be refreshed, and there's only one Los Angeles left. So that means that the one you deleted is truly deleted successfully. And okay, let's go ahead to compare with the production mode. And as usual, I just restart the build and then the start npm star to start your production server. And here's the landing page, and you can see the production server status. By the way, all of the pages are, all of the pages caching, the raw caching have been updated out. I just add a force dynamic onto my route layout. So all the pages under the default layout will be affected. So the whole raw cache will be eliminated. So let's get started to let's continue on to try to delete one of them. You can see there's only 5 in total, and just click on the read more. But you can see the job ID with 46 at the beginning, and you just and this job is for New York, and then you click on the job, everything goes smoothly and quickly, but this job hasn't been deleted. It's still there. What happened under the hood? Have you guys find out some clues or pinpoint the root cause of this difference? I'm going to show you in my article. Hey guys, after seeing those diagnoses, I'm going to guide you through the analysis process, and there are a lot of possible reasons to trigger that issue. So I just wrote up 1 or 2 slides to show you and to list all of the possibilities. So you can see in this slides, ones will probably think of those issues are due to Next.js caching algorithm. There are different types of caches. For example, there's a router cache on the client side, and there's a full router cache on the server side to cache all of the server side component pages, and also have data cache. So the different cache has different uses and in the different stages when fetching some data. So in my program, or in this case, I don't use fetch, for example, here. So data cache, the third one, data cache is only triggered with fetch command. You fetch something, for example, in here. Sorry, just maybe there's some. Oh no, okay. No worries. Just if you use fetch to fetch some API, so the content or result or return value of the fetch will be cached in the data cache. So if you want to revalidate those data, you have to use revalidate path on your route in your server action. Or if you include the fetch in your server action, you need to use this. But in my code, I directly use FS, the file system read and write. So I never use the fetch command. So the data cache has nothing to do with my my case. The first one is happening on the client side, so the router cache, but you can see how to invalidate or revalidate it, how to opt out or disable it. Actually, I already use revalidate path on the freezing page, which is /jobs, and also I try to use hard fresh by using the Shift Command R key on my Mac OS to forcibly refresh the whole page. So there's if there's some router cache, they will be refreshed by those actions. So now the second one is full route cache will be stored in the on the server side, and I definitely use revalidate path to trigger the refresh this kind of cache in turn. So this command directly refresh the data cache and in turn refresh the full route cache and then in turn refresh router cache on your client side. So I also use the dynamic is equal to false dynamic to on the all pages on my root layout page. So all of the pages will be dynamic pages. So it totally opt out the full route cache. So here's another possibilities or some reasons we can reason about. So I'm thinking that revalidate path really works in my case. So it does work. And because I use file system, read file and write file, so the file system data resource or data fetching have some hidden cache or some traps in it. I don't know. I try to think more and try to find out some possibility and possible reasons. I just inform. I use file system read and write when deleting something and just update my JSON file. And the third one is I also use some import statement to fetch to introduce some data like this JSON file in my a few modules, not all, because most of them use the file system read and write, and a few of module I directly use the import data. So import statements. That this import statements affect my code or logic? I don't know. Just I know the import statement has the cache. So ECMA JavaScript module system as the cache system to cache the imported content. So does it affect my code? I should verify and verify them. Let's dive into my debugging, because I need to use debug to isolate those different possibilities and try to find out the root cause. Let's go ahead and head on over to the debugging system. I'm using the JBrain IDE. This is C-line because I use it for C++ programming and also for the React and the JavaScript and Node.js programming. So because the Next.js includes client-side programming, client-side debugging, and the server-side debugging, it's pretty complicated. I restarted my computer 2 times, and I also reboot my Chrome browser a few times, and also cleared the Chrome user data. So it's pretty tricky for using the JBrain debugging function, but I finally got it. So just here I just pull up and open up the browser. This browse job. There's a job list here. Right now it's and I'm gonna introduce this. This is debug, dev debug. This is dev mode. So I should have talked about the mode. This is a development mode debugging. So there's a dev server debugging panel. This is the client side panel. So there's 2 panels. And your code will be translated into server-side code and client-side code. If you take a close look at this, your .next folder. Here's a .next folder, and just open the folder, and you can see the server. And then there's a trunk, SSR. These are your server-side components and the corresponding JS files. And okay, so I already set the 2 breakpoints on the jobs and page GXX. And you can see just this file is pretty simple, and it just import a lot of necessary components, including this. I import my JSON file, including 30-ish jobs and its descriptions, and just assigned to the job array variable. And then just here is the job list page or job list page component here. It's pretty simple, just console log and also return something. Return the search jobs. Search job is just this filter bar. It's just filter bar. This filter bar is client side component, and this browser job this is a browser for your jobs. This part of component is totally server side components. So I use the job array, the basic job array, and put it in this component as the parameter, a job array. So it takes in the job array as the first parameter. So let's dive into the debugging. And if I refresh my page now by hitting the Shift and Command and R, as I already said, this is you can see this is a server-side internal file. Server chunks SSR root of the server -- or __ E0925 blah 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 JS. This is a you can see this is a turbo pack generated SSR file. And look at this. This is my job list page component, server-side component, right? So it just copy my source code to the turbo pack context. This is a context. And if you take a look at this, what are they? there's definitely my import command, import statement. So all of my import statements are transported or transitioned to this var assignment in the turbo pack or in the SSR file. If you look at this, this is my file system, file folder or file name, /sr/mock jobs 50 with id.json. This is my file name. So my import statement will be changed to the var assignment in the server-side components. That's a very critical indication here. And if you look at this, and here is the turbo context. So those imports or import data will be my server components contexts. So here's the function here, the turbo, now this one, underscore turbo pack context underscore and dot v is the function. It's been executed and takes in those parameters, including this context. This is the whole embedded function. Or you can say that if you run your server components when re-rendered, so those import are the server components context or closure. So now when I refresh the server-side component, which is the list, job list page, it's headed to here, so return something. So you can see that this is job array and the turbo pack import. So if you look at the original source file, you can see I just this is a browser jobs and takes the job array, which is imported from my file, my JSON file, and give it to this browser jobs child component. So here is the revised version of my source code, return blah blah blah, and the job array will be assigned with this. You can see this mock job file blah blah blah. This you find this, and the squirrel will imported module blah blah blah. So you can see the relationship between those interaction and the internal SSR execution. And in this round, you can see they don't execute any of these imported. They don't re-import any of the modules in this time. So all of my job array are not changed. So in this refresh or in this re-render, everything should be the same on your client side or on your page. So I just skip resume program and skip to the next breakpoint. Just remember this yellow panel or yellow part is server-side debugging, and this button is server-side debugging controller. So you can see in the dev tool, Chrome dev tool, you can see the client-side code, and it's a breakpoint. And you just hit again and resume, let them continue. So here they refresh the content. And then I'm gonna delete one of the job. So when I hit the delete, oh, there it comes. That's the point. You can see, right here, you can see that now this report statement will be recreated. So that means the job array will be recreated by re-import this JSON file, because this JSON file has been updated after deletion. So the conclusion will be that when using dev mode or using dev server, TurboPack or dev server will check if you modify your JSON file or external resources or not. If you modify it, those import statement will be rerun again. So if you, for example, you resume this, it goes into this page re-render because the job array has been changed just now. So you can, that means the whole client-side website will be updated correctly. This is server-side breakpoint. Server-side breakpoint is pretty tricky. You can see this is the so-called RF, maybe RSA server-side payload. The payload is pretty interesting. It's almost empty, but here's the tool file. It's a mapping, server-side mapping. So this one is the server-side SSR file. You can see E09253C2, which is this one. E0925C30. So now you can map the client-side code and the server-side code, and just resume, and this page will be updated. This is it. This is the whole finding from my side. And next, I will give you the production mode, how to debug in the production mode. Thanks. Let's quickly compare to production mode debugging. Here you can see that we just already put up the start debug, and I try to restart the production start. I have already built my production version by using the npm build. Now let's npm start. So keep in mind before you use the npm start, you have to modify this to add inspect. This one, the start debug. This is production mode debugging. Please add node underscore option is equal to -- inspect to trigger the synchronization with Chrome dev2. So let's restart the debugger. Okay. Actually, I already set some breakpoints. So we're focusing on some import statement because I want to compare how import statements executes in dev mode and production mode. So I just set several breakpoints on some import statements. Now here in the production mode debugging, I don't need to pull up and enable client-side debugging because I don't care about the client-side code execution. I just care about the server-side execution. So I don't need to enable the client-side debugging. So now everything goes well. I have to go to inspect. Please type in from inspect. And here you can see some of the target, remote target has been connected. So I just click on the inspect. And you can see that in the dev tool, all of the things will be synchronized here. So import image from next image and import image from next image. But I'm still curious about, I just put the breakpoint here before this import, but it wasn't wrapped. But no worry, doesn't matter. I just use the Chrome dev tool to step into all of the debugging. So let's move to this one, or we just hit the resume program, or we hit this. This button is also resume in the dev tool, and this button is resume in my JetBrains IDE. They both have same function, but I use this button in the dev tool. Hit and here, I got it. So we really need to know how this import job array executes. So this is the first import through my whole project. So I'm in the app jobs page. So page.js, you can see the file name is page.js. This is a home page. This is not home page. This is a job list page. Don't worry about that. I just put the breakpoint. Sorry, I put the breakpoint in the file. So this is the first import. Import my JSON file into my job array. So then you can resume again. So everything goes well, and then let's pull up a new Chrome and type in localhost 3000. Everything goes well. You just hit the view all jobs. So here you can see they grab this breakpoint, which is re-render the job list page. This is a server component for the whole page, this whole page, or next whole page, job list page. So this is the child server component with the list of jobs. So let's hit the consume. So everything will be displayed in this job list page. And then I just click on the read more. So keep in mind that now the job array has been imported and also has been cached. It will be cached into the module cache, this internal structure, or internal, this is an object, or this is a dictionary. And then I just hit the delete job. Oh. Let's change another job. Delete job. So delete job is done correctly. So you can see that hit another round re-render this page. So just please note that when the whole job array has been updated, this import has not been updated. So this statement hasn't executed again. So that's why the job array is still the same old job array, because this import state only executed once. Even you change your JSON file by using the FI's read and write, or modify the JSON file, but the internal job array, this variable, didn't change. Let's go ahead and hit resume again, so you can see the deleted item is still there. If I hit again, right here, just capture the same line. So you can see that this even the JSON file has changed, but the job array didn't change. That's why you always get the same page, same list page with same jobs. Okay, that's it. This is how you can debug your server mode, production mode, and pretty not that complicated as the dev mode, but you can see the distinction between the dev mode and the production mode when it comes to import statements execution in an internal mechanism. Thank you, everybody. Hello, I just want to add to that. Here's if you happen to encounter some import issues or something like that, you can, in the production mode, here I can add something to the previous one. You know, our JSON file or our job array has never changed. So I just find out some internal algorithm. So actually, this file is cached during the build time. This is the cache number or module cache ID. 77933, and when you use the imported module, it's equivalent to using this JSON path, and this is a fixed literal. You can see this is a string. You can see that? So all of your JSON file will be translated into the module system via the fixed string during the build time. Here I rebuild once again. You can see that so that means that this job array, this variable is fixed since the new build time. Even you restart your production server many times, because it happens during the build time, so everything is fixed. That's the tricky things. Okay, that's it.